Hello again, everybody. I'd like to share another set I just finished for sale on eBay. The Bachmann N gauge Silver Chief Santa Fe. A couple of cars. See the basic set. Comes with 3 code 80 straights for each side, or 6 altogether. I think the curve radius is 11 inch. Eyeball a little. It's like therapy watching it go around. Running trains. Feels good to just end of the day go down and run. Or day off. When you get older and maybe you got a bigger set even, the kids all get to see it. Your kids or grandkids, and they bring their chums over and somebody else's grandkids or kids. And they get to see your set run. Really good for them. Model trains are so good for kids. That's why they go bananas when they get them for gifts. Dad gives them to them. You can, whoop, lost the car. Like you see my Lionel plate there, the boy and the father. But what did I do here? Pull a coupler out. Probably didn't hook up right. These end couplers are kind of tricky. They're not like HO, where when you join them and they go together, you got to make sure they're lined up. Like stick a little screwdriver under them to make sure. They can look coupled, but they're not. They're kind of half coupled or out of line and they let go. If I got it this time. Rapidos, Rapidos, Rapido couplers. Knuckle couplers are different, of course. You don't have to worry about that. But Dad, like I was saying, Dad give him the gift. Dad gets to have so much joy too, giving it to him. Like a baseball glove or his bike. Feels great. All the things you do for your children or your boy. Get to give them the train set. Help them add to it. You can get older, maybe 18, you start getting other interests, and sometimes you leave it. But you come back to it like so many other guys, like I did. I had some big sets as a kid, 2 4x8s together. And I got into cars, restoring cars, late teens. So I sold the train set. But then years later, you just start thinking, I want another train. I gotta get a train. So I did. And I didn't know it at the time. That was the start of my little business. I just thought I was going to get a simple set like this one. Set it up, have a little fun with it once in a while, and put it away. Set it up, put it away, but I wound up selling. Learned how to repair them. Didn't know nothing about repairing trains, engines, or anything until I started selling. I learned a lot about it. like the Santa Fe here. Oh, never write it off till it's done. The front truck, I had the MacGyver stuff. Had the Bachmann gear split problem where the nylon gear splits and it clicks, but this one would jam. Took me forever to figure out what gear was causing it, and it was the two little ones. On the end gauge, you got two little outside gears for each axle. On this one, as four-wheel trucks. And I didn't have another truck, so I'm trying to figure out, oh, how can I get this gear to work? And there are these two gears that are split. You might think you're done, but you're not. The gear pushes apart because of pressure with the metal axle in it. So what if you took the axle out of it? Well, actually on this one it's not an axle that goes through, it's a wheel on each side. You know, each wheel has like a half axle. So when you take the axle or wheel off of it, it compresses back to where it should be. So how do you get it back on the wheel where it'll work? I drilled it out really carefully just to take all of the pressure off of it, but it almost fits tight but not. And I very carefully JB'd it so I didn't lock it all up in place with excess JB. And if you listen, you can't even hear gear click. Very happy. I thought it probably gear click would run alright, but I got it. And something else goes wrong. I'm test driving it. It's going good. All of a sudden it's grinding in first, but it'll go backward. Now what? The worm gear is held in place. The worm gear came apart on top. It's got a little nylon tip in one end which broke off, so it wasn't contacting, and the other end's held by like a larger journal. So, well, what do? Never give up. Can't buy a worm gear either. So I decided to put a metal nail where the pin was, but you got to drill it right in the center or it's gonna wobble. If you look at the inside, there's a dimple where the dog bone pushes in. Hey, this is like a center punch. Boom, I just drilled it from the inside, came straight through in the middle on the outside, and cut off the right size nail diameter to act as the pin, and it's pressed in place. So no need to glue or nothing. That was it. I just put the worm gear back in with like a metal replacement. And that time that was it. It ran good. Saved it. Those couplers are something to get on. A couple couplers were missing. End gauge couplers. You get all the respect in the world. You go at those over and over again. They must make a tool or a jig for it. I do it by hand. 3 or 4 tries is minimum with it falling apart if you find the spring again before you get it in place. If I could show you one trick I learned on this one is to pinch when you get the spring and the coupler in place on the Rapidos. You take a needle nose with it flat on the ground or workbench first. Take a needle nose and pinch right where the stem comes out of the coupler pocket, and use that to hold it in place. You can see where to put the tabs in and everything on the car or engine. It won't fly apart because you'll pinch the coupler pocket with the pliers, which will hold the coupler, which will hold the spring in. As long as you consciously, all your concentration, you try to keep pressure on the pliers. And it's still not easy to get that in those little holes, but you can. If you try to do it with your fingers, you're always blocking the top of it. You can't even see what you're doing, but you can still do it. Push it in by hand. And the tracks I always clean crossways with 100 grit. The fastest, best way, especially if they're a little corroded, you don't have to use cleaners. Just whoop, 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 the sandpaper, and it's like brand new. And pinch your connectors if they're loose, carefully, or pinch them too much, you'll have to replace it. But they sell those yet. They sell new connectors, HO and N, for old school. This is code 80. It's not Easy Track. I think the set's from 95. And the engine's missing the pilot up front. You can see it. One side was a little more broken than the other, so I filed it even so it looked good. Unless you got a perfect shell to swap. No traction tires. Or does it? I can't remember. I don't think there was. They say one of the neatest things about N gauge is you can put more in a given area because it's smaller. More track, more buildings, everything. You can't even hear the gear click. I bet it would work on HO too, that split, that Bachmann gear split, but I think you got to be careful of how far you over drill or drill out. Being a larger diameter wheel, you got to be really true or it's going to wobble. Almost no risk on N gauge. Be careful if you do it on HO, you got to really have the wheels true. Use JB weld, plastic weld. It doesn't take long to dry either. And you can trust it, it will not come apart. Don't use super glue or nothing, use JB. I might have whipped that car off. That came apart. That Lay Valley's kind of heavy. I like the whoosh sound of N gauge. You got one truck that turns and the other one doesn't. Thinking of something else you're saying. Sometimes the couplers on one of the end of the armatures on the motor can lose its tension and spin, or the press, the pressed on couplers. So a little bit of Loctite, no problem. Take her out, put a Loctite on it, clean it first. Use the high powered red stuff. Loctite sets up really quick, so whenever you use it, get it in place as quick as you can. If you ever got to get it apart though, you can use heat. It'll melt Loctite, but can you heat up the part to do it? Just finished this morning. Doesn't take long, you can figure. Except the engine took me forever. I had to make my own parts work, or make the parts. A lot of guys have a bunch of spare parts. If you don't have the whole truck, you can, maybe it's got a gear in your parts truck. Take the gear out of another one. Or a shell. It's broke, you got a shell from another one. got both horns yet. Bachmann calls it Lustra Chrome. Lustra. The paint on the engine. The chrome. See how slow I can get it to go? That's about it. Now you can just barely hear it at low speeds, a gear click, but that's not too bad. I bet it will wear off completely very soon. For drilling those, I have much more time here, but get one of those professional drill bit sets, not a regular one. Get one of those smaller size sets that has like about 6 bits in between 2 bits of a regular drill bit set for precision, like precision sizes. You probably won't get lucky with a regular set. I got one of those precision sets. I got so many different tiny sizes. Get just the right one. Wish I could, actually I could. Got one more second here. Show you the bottom of that. End gauge is open. Knock the other ones off. Here's them little ones. Probably see it in the camera. These truck frames pop off and then you pop the wheels out and you fix the gears. That drill out fix. Oh, there was traction tires, so the back one's got traction. Well, that's it. I better go for breakfast. Thanks for watching again. Goodbye.